Episode 1 of Alice in Borderland Season 3 starts with Arisu giving an interview about his experience following the meteorite hitting the city. He can't remember anything about the games or Borderland itself, but does feel like he's been off to a faraway place, like he's been dreaming of a journey. He has fragments of memories, but he can't put his finger on what he's missing. Ryuji Matsuyama is the one leading this investigative charge, an assistant professor in the Department of Psychopathology in Shushikan University. He's obsessed with near-death experiences and has been interviewing those who survived the meteorite hit in town. He's heard multiple survivors mentioning games and fireworks, and while Arisu's statement isn't completely in line with this, the stories are largely consistent from the 10 people he's interviewed. Among those is Usagi, but Ryuji can't push this study too hard for fear of implanting false memories. Now Arisu and Usagi are now married and looking to move beyond their experience with the meteorite. They have an apartment together and are working, but Usagi is plagued by bad dreams of her father jumping to his doom. Ryuji is like a shark that smells blood. He continues to dig into the games and the shared dreams, eventually finding a lead as he's invited along to a seminar at Koto's side office to discuss these near-death experiences. This office building serves as a sort of initiation, designed to test whether Ryuji has the fortitude to play the games and survive Borderland. Now inside the office, he finds several other people and a table in the centre of the room, with chairs all around. He's immediately thrown into a simple card game where each player has a hand of cards. The winner is the person left with the Joker card at the end, while any pairs in a player's hand can be discarded. However, when the Joker is drawn from a player's hand, that player is then eliminated. And by eliminated, we mean a huge electric shock that will kill you outright. The same applies if you try to move from your seat. And the game continues until Ryuji predictably comes out as the winner, eliminating all the other players. As he does, he's welcomed into the Borderland by none other than Banda, who appears to be working as the recruiter now. At work, Arisu is greeted by Anne, who shows up and reveals that they've met before. She also seems to have found a way to get back to the games. Now Arisu has amnesia of course and can't remember anything, but Anne is adamant. Usagi meanwhile shows up at the Seaside Paradise Hotel where most of Season 1 took place. It works to jog her memories of the games, seeing the massacre in brief flashes across the floor. Now Usagi rings Arisu that night sobbing and apologises to him. Arisu is concerned and believes something bad has happened, but talking to the cops, they seem to have footage of her from the waterfront hotel, leaving with Ryuji. Now the police believe this is a simple case of an affair rather than anything nefarious, but Arisu isn't quite so sure. And checking Ryuji's office, he finds video clips of Usagi mentioning her bad dream and admitting she isn't able to tell Arisu about her experience. She knows she should be moving forward but is unable to do so. That night, Arisu is approached by Banda, who wants him to join the games again with his wife. When he puts a playing card in the man's pocket, it brings back a few memories of the games. This card is, as you may have guessed, the Joker. Now Usagi shows up at the hospital that night, but she's comatose and in a rough way. Arisu is concerned, and even more so when he finds out that she's pregnant. Interestingly, Usagi isn't the only patient here. Right next to her in an adjacent bed is Ryuji, who's also in a coma. Now both of these guys had Joker cards in their pocket when they were found, and Arisu is concerned that it's his Banda's handiwork. He speaks to Anne at the sanatorium, and she mentions how there's a significant time, 2 minutes to be precise, between the states of life and death. At this point, you enter a special state which Anne believes is a collective unconsciousness and the reason they've managed to experience that Borderland world. Time moves very differently inside the Borderlands, and the entirety of 2 seasons took place over 1 minute in our world. To get Usagi and Ryuji back, Arisu has no choice but to go back and play the games again. He's less concerned about his own well-being though, and admits he's happy to sacrifice himself in order to save Usagi. He's given a shot to make his heart stop beating, which allows him to transport into the games. Anne is gone, as are everybody else at the sanatorium, leaving Arisu all alone. A sign at the front door gives instructions over where the next game is taking place though, so off Arisu goes to take part once again. His destination is Hikawa Shrine, and the place is flanked by beautiful lanterns and an ominous feel. As he heads inside, a number of other players are there too, and it looks like the games are about to begin. So Alice in Borderland is back, and with less episodes this season, not to mention not following the manga, given the storyline's now finished, it appears the hunt to finish the Joker games and close the Borderlands for good is upon us. Now Roji is an interesting character and a nice way of guiding us back into the games. Now Usagi's bad dreams could play a crucial role in how she's going to handle some of the drama inside the Borderlands, especially if the Joker games are anything like the face cards last season. We know that some of these games mess with your emotions and psychology, and the Jokers could prove to be the deadliest games yet. A simple card game inside the office building is a nice way of reintroducing the stakes to this one, although the addition of Banda as a recruiter feels a little too similar to Squid Game. Hopefully this show doesn't go the route of seasons 2 and 3 of that show. Now given how dangerous Banda was in season 2, surely he's got a more sinister plan up his sleeve. As I said before, the show is now marching to the beat of its own drum, so it will be interesting to see what the writers decide to do with this one. So far though, this is a solid re-entry to this world. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.